quick start. Farmar looking for Kobe Bryant. Bryant the challenge, going against some of the best perimeter defenders in the league. That one partially blocked. Here comes Scola. This sellout crowd here at the Toyota Center. Cheering against the hated Lakers here early. Scola foul as Odom hit him. Already a couple of shoves and pushes after the whistle.
One thing we knew coming in, Kobe Bryant was going to look to be aggressive early and often. Knocking down the jump shot, and that's a sign of trouble. No matter who's defending him, when he locks and loads, scores early from the perimeter, you have your hands full trying to contain him the rest of the way.
That foul on Odom before the shot, so the Rockets take it out of bounds. Brooks was set up. Brooks was terrific in game one. As was Yao Ming, but in foul trouble in game two. Brooks loose, picked up by Ariza. A veteran officiator who so far have let them play. And he expected a quick whistle after what happened in game two as Farmar launches a three. That one in and out. Got away with a rebound.
See, those are the shots they have to start making to play efficient offense.
Artest hits another three. Artest from downtown, very strong in this series. As Ariza comes back and misses that one. Artest shooting well over 50% from three-point range in this series.
And Mark, on the road, that shot by Ariza is a bad one.
Yao Ming draws the foul on Gasol. Artest 8 for 14 from downtown so far in this series.
He's actually a better three-point shooter than two-point shooter. Knocking it in, and then if you play behind Yao, you're in trouble. Good spin move to the baseline against the smaller Gasol.
Coach, you make a great point. The shot in transition by Trevor Ariza. That's not a playoff shot. That's a shot when you're rolling early and then you establish a rhythm and as a heat check. In that possession, you get the ball down low, play inside, outside with Powell on the block and trust that he would make the right decision.
Now, guys, this series has featured a lot of shots without the basketball. Very physical. You read the headlines, listen to the sports talk. They talk about how, it's become a real feud. But if you talk to the players and the coaches, they're all saying, everybody's making too much of a deal out of it. It's just a hardcore playoff series. What do you guys think, Mark?
Well, I think it's good old-fashioned basketball. The one play was Derek Fisher's. It was blatant, in my opinion, and deserved a one-game suspension. But other than that, this is just solid basketball. You see Trevor Ariza finally knock down the lead.
Well, I agree. I think the Fisher foul deserved harsh punishment. Nothing else was out of the ordinary. Even Bryant's elbow, I think that was much ado about nothing.
Yao Ming has it blocked. Scola right there. The follow.
And you look at that play and people say, well, Lamar Odom can't contain Scola. Lamar Odom did his job coming off, helping blocking the shot. It's the perimeter guys that now have the responsibility of putting the body on Scola.
Kobe Bryant gets the nice roll. He's 4 for 5 to start. Bryant loves the challenge of everybody telling him how great Battier and Artest are at guarding him. And those two, again, two of the best perimeter defenders, both second-team All-NBA defense. Brooks for three. That's good. Rockets 3 for 3 from downtown.
That situation, what we saw was a breakdown by Jordan Farmar. No sense in helping Pau Gasol. He had Yao Ming under control.
Lakers were the best road team in the NBA this year. They're used to hostile environments everywhere they go. It's a sellout on the road. As Ariza, pretty pass to Odom. Lakers 29-12. So far in the playoffs on the road, they split their first 2 games. They're 1-1, losing 1 and winning 1 in Utah in the opening round. Farmar dives on it, still going after it. Nice play from Farmar, and he gets it to Ariza. Great hustle play from Jordan Farmar.
You can live with the mystery pointers by Jordan Farmar. Those are quality looks. I tell you what, he's ready to play. That's outstanding hustle, wanting the basketball, willing to get dirty.
He's only played 21 minutes in the first 2 games of this series, only averaging 7 minutes a game in the playoffs, and getting the call tonight without Derek Fisher. Artest, another 3. Good boxing out from Odom.
Very good pass by Yao Ming off the dribble as the double came late.
Bryant Bryant on fire to start. He's got 11 points already. And 6 straight now for the Lakers. Bryant guarding Battier down the other end. Yao drops it in. One-on-one coverage. You're playing behind. You got no shot.
There's no secret. That's the problem. You have to come up with a strategy to try to keep the ball out of his hands. If you play behind him, it doesn't matter who the person is, whether it's Gasol, Andrew Bynum, or Jordan Farmer. He is going to dominate offensively.
Gasol blocked by Yao. Brooks brings it up. Brooks has become the starting point guard after the trade of Ray Ralston to Orlando and has done an excellent job. Scola backing in. Falls up short. That's a fun matchup. Scola and Odom. Two very underrated guys who mean so much to their teams, do so many different things for their teams.
And Odom guards Scola, but Scola is guarding Ariza at the other end of the floor. Our test on Lamar Odom.
Kobe Bryant for Ariza. Extra pass. Farmar. Pretty bounce pass. Great ball movement by the Lakers.
And that's just good basketball. Unselfish play, making the extra pass, and Lamar Odom gets rewarded.
And it came off another Brian Gasol pick and roll. They need to exploit that more.
Timeout. Ball by the Rockets. Lakers shooting 67% from the field mark.
Good screen by Bryant. Bryant gets the ball moving. Good post up. And give me this type of player in a playoff game. Guys getting on the floor first to the floor. You're going to have a chance to win on the road.
One apiece. Lakers have jumped out to a quick start led by Kobe Bryant.
Well, great players have to show up when it matters most. And Bryant, you see the contest by Shane Battier, but it doesn't matter when he gets a rhythm. All of a sudden, he's the aggressor. Has Shane Battier bouncing on his feet and making plays offensively. Stop and pop in transition. This is when you know you have your hands full. And talking to Jeff and you guys, shut up.
I know it on pretty good authority. He's never really liked either one of you. So really not a surprise there. But after dropping 40 in game 2, it's interesting always to see how he approaches each particular game. He's come out looking for a shot early.
And I think he's right to do that. I don't think he has the same trust now that he had in his teammates earlier in the year, and rightfully so, from the point of them making enough shots for them not to fall behind here quickly on the road.
Scola, nice spin move against Odom. Scola, who Shane Battier told us today, he thinks without question is the most underrated player in the NBA.
Extremely confident right now, going at Lamar Odom on the block.
Ariza block, offensive foul. Shane Battier draws the charge, and that's 2 fouls on Ariza. Because we had a quick stretch, a long stretch early. We'll take another quick break with 2:18 remaining here in the first.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs. Brought to you by State Farm, where great coverage means great.
We're not in the building tonight, serving a one-game suspension for that hard foul on Luis Scola in Game 2. He told me just a short time ago via email, Fisher did, that he's disappointed that he can't be out here with his teammates, but he's confident that Jordan Farmar and Shannon Brown will, quote, hold it down. Derek said that it's difficult not to be here to lead in person and be a part of the team. But guess what, guys? He will be Twittering while he watches the game from his hotel room. Derek says that fans have been so supportive of him throughout the years that since he can't be at the game, he's going to watch it and Twitter with them. And guys, I'm going to be Twittering right along with them. Mike?
All right, Lacey, well, we expect you to Twitter, but how about the guy they called old timer on the Lakers Twittering? I thought that was for the younger generation.
Boy, times have changed.
But Farmar off to an excellent start, providing the kind of energy that he's been known for before being dropped from the rotation in some ways. 6 on the shot clock. Yao able to knock it down. Fisher will be available for Game 4 on Sunday afternoon right back here at the Toyota Center. Odom, quick jump shot. Test balls out to play. Obviously, they like the matchup Scola. Odom's a good defender, but Scola so far has had his way. Battier inside. Yao Ming with the right hand. Boy, what a great soft touch.
I really love the patience of the Rockets offensively right now, playing through their big guys. They understand they have an advantage. They're putting the ball in their bigs' hands.
And to me, Lamar Odom's got to make it more difficult for Scola to catch the ball in the post. Right now, really easy catch, easy back-in opportunity.
Scola getting the rebound. Scola, the 29-year-old, in just his second year after so many years playing professionally overseas. Walton on a bad pass from Brooks, gets it to Farmar. And the turnovers once again. First two games, the Rockets had more turnovers than assists in each of the first two.
In the long run, that will hurt you. You have to take care of the basketball when it comes time to playoffs.
Luke Walton in guarding Artest. Artest powers to the basket. Scola left. And knocks down another. Luis Scola, 8 points here in the opening period with 5 rebounds as well. Farmar. Gasol. They like that matchup. Yao Ming. Not easy for him to come out to guard the perimeter.
Well, anytime they run a pick and roll with Pau Gasol being defended by Yao Ming, they're going to get a quality look out.
Shot clock turned off. Pretty good pace here in this opening period. Brooks looking. Finds Battier for three. And that ends the first quarter. Both teams shooting very well from the field. Kobe Bryant off to a great start. As the Lakers shoot 61% and only turn it over one time. Meanwhile, the Rockets 58%. First quarter complete. 2-point lead for L.A. Set to begin in Houston. Lakers lead by 2. It's time to talk strategy presented by Charles Schwab. And to do that, let's go to Lisa Salters.
Another fast start for Kobe Bryant. When he comes out firing like that, what impact does that have on the rest of the team?
Well, I think it sets all the Rockets at alert defensively. From the time he went to the basket and missed a shot, there are 3 of them following him in. And so, you know, they're dedicating 2, if not 3 guys at times to his drives.
Jordan Farmar getting the start tonight in place of suspended Derek Fisher. What did you like about what you saw from Jordan in that first quarter?
Well, he made a couple hustle plays, got a layup on a fast break or a breakaway situation. You know, he didn't hit his threes, and he can make those shots.
All right, thanks for your time. Mike?
All right, Lisa, a typical coach. Yes, he did some good things, but Farmar did do the hustle plays.
But Phil Jackson's right. He can make those threes, and he must make those threes to help spread the floor for Kobe Bryant and the inside players of the Lakers. And this Laker lineup they have on the floor right now, where are they going to get offense from? If I'm Phil Jackson, I'm concerned.
Right now, Kyle Lowry and Carl Landry. Odom throws it back on Scola, and Von Wafer ball coming into the game for the Rockets. They've got a great energy bench. As we have a foul on Landry, denying Odom down low. And that includes, there's Landry at a terrific game the other night.
We're watching great help defense from Lamar Odom. The responsibility to come from the weak side. The good job of blocking the shot attempt by Scola.
By the way, they called, excuse me, Jeff, they called the foul on Artest.
And I don't like that strategy of doubling Ron Artest with Andrew Bynum that far away from the basket.
Back in, Bynum backs it in. Bynum's been struggling. Missed those 32 games with the knee injury. Played the final 4 of the regular season and played fairly well. But he has struggled in the playoffs, and he even admitted the other day it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Lowry, nice job drawing the foul on Shannon Brown. If Bynum's right, what a difference he can make for this team.
Well, good catch. He's got very good hands, gathers, does a good job against the smaller Rocket front line without Yao Ming in the game. That's a big basket confidence-wise for him.
I'm watching Andrew Bynum, all series long. And that right now is mental. There's no pressure mentally. You tell me that your responsibility is to alter shots on the defensive end, rebound the basketball, and then finish at the rim. That means everybody else is making the plays for you. There shouldn't be pressure on Andrew Bynum. His job is easy.
Easier said than done, though, for a kid who's 21 years old, still learning and still trying to come back from a couple of major injuries.
Well, he's cashing the check, isn't he? He's getting paid. Grow up. You're right. The injuries have set him back. But I don't like when guys say mentally they're struggling. Come on. You're not the focal point. Rebound, defend, play hard, free your mind up.
You take a look at the Dallas Mavericks. Down 2-0, but Ryan Hollins understands his job. Energy changer, rebound, block shots, finish at the rim. It's a simple game.
Walton tried to finish near the rim and drew the foul on Landry. So Luke Walton will go to the free throw line for 2. The opening minute here in the second.
And the best part about the Rockets defense is they limit three-point shots that they give up, and they just don't foul. That was a very uncharacteristic play right there where they took a foul.
First free throw of the game for the Lakers. And the Rockets a terrific half-court defensive team. Lakers talk so much about pushing the ball, get some fast break points because they don't want to have the Rockets set up defensively. Chuck Hayes has come in for Houston.
And one thing, Mike, Coach would agree, taking a look at the Rockets lineup out there, it's good to see Von Wafer back in the ball game. How many coaches would hold it against him what happened in game 2?
What happened was Wafer was upset coming out and had some choice words for Rick Alleman as Artest flips it in nicely with the left hand. Alleman was mad, sent it back to the locker and said, "You're done." He went back and it was over. The two talked about it yesterday in Alleman's office. And Alleman said, "You know what? That's over. I'm glad that he wants to play, but he's got to deal with it better."
Really, Von Wafer, are you kidding me? You've been in the league 4 years. You played 225 minutes before this year. Then Rick Alleman plays you 1,200 minutes, and you're complaining? He is the one that's given you a big-time role on a very good team.
Guy who has had to play in the D-League, 5 different teams in his brief NBA career, finally gets the shot. Vujicic, the jump shot, rattles in and out. Lowry the rebound. Lowry, the tough point guard from Philadelphia. They acquired him from Memphis back in February. He's the backup point guard. Strong defensive player. Artest. Nearly stolen by Brown. Feet. And Hayes called for travel. That's 5 turnovers to just 1 for Houston.
And when you hear that stat, Mike, people say, well, all right, that is a difference, but what does it really mean? Well, you basically score a little over a point on every possession. So you're giving up 5 points right there by turning the ball over. That's a huge difference in these games.
Both teams have turned it over a lot in the postseason. Both near the bottom of the rankings amongst the playoff teams. Odom to the basket. Offensive foul. That's the second time they've drawn a charge. And that's the second foul on Odom as Lowry steps in. Lowry leads all playoff performers in drawing charges. Bryant's going to come back in.
And you see Lamar Odom trying to make a play. That's a great job by Kyle Lowry on the weak side, stepping in, sacrificing his body, and no question about it. That's an offensive foul on Odom.
You think the amount of time that Lowry plays as a backup, picks up, that's his 8th charge that he's drawn so far in the postseason. You love that from a guy who comes off the bench willing to do that.
Exactly. Put your body. If you really want to win, you'll put your body on the floor and you'll get your body in front of the ball.
That's what this Rockets team's been all about. Once Tracy McGrady went down, they've had to do other things. They lost certainly something in the talent department as Vujicic is called for a foul. McGrady having the season-ending knee surgery in February, so they knew they had to go in other areas. Team chemistry and just team toughness really had to improve.
But he wasn't Tracy McGrady talent because of the injury. So I don't think they've actually lost as much talent because he was dealing with injury all year.
There's a foul on the way to the basket. It's going to go against Vujicic. Von Wafer go to the line. Nope, they call it on Bynum. Excuse me. So Bynum picks up his first. And Wafer getting a chance once again. And he's got his big chance. Wafer went to college of Florida State, a second-round pick of the Lakers Played just 1 year with the Lakers, only 16 games. Then with the Clippers and Denver, Portland, and now Houston. With the D-League in between as we look at our NBA calendar. Tomorrow on ESPN and ABC doubleheader. 5 p.m. ESPN Game 3, Denver at Dallas. And then ABC primetime, Game 3, Cleveland, Atlanta. With the Series 2-0 Sunday on ABC. Game 4 between the Lakers and the Rockets right back here. And then Sunday on TNT coverage begins. Game 4 at 7:30 Eastern. Boston and Orlando. The Magic up 2-1.
You guys talk about T-Mac, and I think it's going to be a crucial recovery for T-Mac. Anytime as a player, let alone an elite player, you go out and your team gets better, it's frustrating. It's time for Tracy McGrady to take that personal and come back with something to prove.
McGrady has been rehabbing in Chicago. He's trying to make it back for the home games. Right now, his team down by 2 here in the second. In Houston, one of the fun matchups. You have maybe the most dynamic offensive player in the game in Kobe Bryant against one of the best perimeter defenders in Battier, who talked about dealing with Kobe and some of his occasional taunting that goes on.
I always stay the course, good or bad. I always move on to the next play, and that's the way I was taught and the way I was raised. I have a game plan, and I think I'm executing it. There's only so much you can do against this guy. He's a different animal. I'm enjoying the challenge. All the yapping, to me, it's semantics. No big deal. Doesn't make me play harder. Doesn't intimidate me. I'm not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Let's play.
How much do you love that attitude?
Well, to me, having coached Shane Battier, he has championship intensity and championship voice. And getting him in the trade for Rudy Gay and Stromile Swift started this franchise on a chance to become a championship caliber team because he brings it every day, every game.
Wide open. That won't go. Rebound, Landry. Yeah, Battier plays the same way in a February game, in the 4th game in 5 nights, as he does here in Game 3 of the night final.
Here's what I love about it. I played with guys that were defensive stoppers or excellent defensive players. At some point, they'd say, can I get a touch? Can you run a play for me? Shane Battier does his job no matter what.
Meanwhile, Bynum doing his job there. His leg opening up, and the Lakers back up by 4.
And I think, Mark, to go to that, Shane Battier needs to shoot the ball more. When he plays aggressive offensively and looks for his shot, he is an outstanding three-point shooter. Come on, make one for me, Shane. See, I just think he's got to engage Bryant on the defensive end so he can't just conserve all his energy to score.
Vujicic fires away. That won't go. The rebound, Chuck Hayes.
Can I be honest for a second? I like Shane Battier, but I was pulling for him to miss that shot. I just didn't want you to be right.
Far away from him. Can't get it to go. And Shannon Brown, again, playing important minutes. He has been such a bundle of energy coming off the bench. That time stripped off his leg. And it's going to be Rockets ball as Yao Ming returns.
Good little brush screen by Chuck Hayes. Bryant trying to conserve energy. Battier's an outstanding standstill shooter. Rarely is going to go off the dribble, but can really knock it in with his feet set.
39% from three-point range for his career. An excellent number from downtown. 4.5 gone by here in the second. Lakers have led the entire way by as many as 8. Lowry, nice feed by Landry, and the Rockets have their first lead of the night.
And the way the Lakers defend the pick and roll, when you're the point guard getting the screen, you have to come off looking to be aggressive. Put pressure on their D. Lowry does exactly that.
This second unit for Houston, again, they play so hard, come out with so much energy. Kobe Bryant puts it in, a three-pointer. He's got 14 already.
And to me, that was a mistake by Battier. You do not want Bryant shooting those threes off the dribble. Make him drive it into the two-point shot over Yao Ming.
Lowry, Landry misses the jam. And Bynum with a rebound. Landry had that big game in Game 2, where he had 21. Luke Walton shot won't go. Yao Ming the rebound. Lowry pushing, blocked by Bynum. He was caught between whether to shoot or to pass, made the wrong decision. Vujicic wide open in the left corner, but Brown didn't see him. Instead shoots it, rattles in the jumper. Brown obtaining that trade from Charlotte as we have a foul on Luke Walton. And a technical foul quickly called. The officials have let them play. It's been a good, hard-fought game. They haven't tried to blow the whistle too much to stop anything, but then Walton called for a technical after the personal. I don't know if it was because he was just standing over Lowry like that, or if he said anything. Hard to tell from our angle. Clearly the foul. Oh, kicking the ball. There you go. And Yao Ming, how about that? A 7'5" guy shoots your technical free throws. Got a career high 87% from the line as Phil Jackson still arguing. Steve Javie, many feel is the best ref. Hey, he's the crew chief tonight, along with Ronnie Garrettson and Sean Corbin. Jackson trying to make this point. Here's Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant off to a good start.
Well, a very rare defensive mistake by Battier. Goes under the screen. Could be an illegal screen by Bynum. Creates separation. Gets his feet set. And knocks in the three-point jump shot.
Sports Center right now, A-Rod with a home run tonight in his first game of the season, in his first pitch as the Yankees win 4-0 against Baltimore. Meanwhile, the Orlando Magic in a game earlier tonight on ESPN go up 2-1 over Boston. Dwight Howard had 17, 14, and 5 blocks. They shot 59% from the field. Guys gave him the buddy pass, the speed pass line. Wow. Back to you.
All right, Mark. Here back in Houston. And midway through the second, a 3-point lead for Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. Tonight's HB in Touch look at the current playoff brackets. Cleveland continues to win every game by double figures. Orlando, a big win tonight, up 2-1 against the Celtics. Denver also so impressive. And this series right now tied at 1 apiece. As we're here in the second quarter in Game 3. And one of the things, and Jeff, you talk about this a lot, the Rockets really feel they can win this series. Sometimes you go up against the best team from your conference and you're like, okay, we can give this series. They really feel that they can win.
Not only win a series, they think they can win a championship. And they can. Whoever wins this series is going to go on to the finals, in my opinion.
A lot of foul by Gasol. What do they call it on Kobe Bryant? What do they call it on Bryant? So Bryant picks up his first. And Yao Ming to the free throw line as to win the penalty.
The coach talked about whoever wins this series is going to go into the finals. I don't want to sleep, whether it's the Rockets or the Lakers, on the job that the Denver Nuggets are doing. They're playing winning basketball. That's a dangerous team no matter who they face. I
agree with you. And I think in all that Coach of the Year talk, George Karl was overlooked. That guy did an unbelievable job with his team. Think about it. They lost Marcus Camby for nothing. And they played better basketball this year because they made a commitment to the defensive end of the floor. All of those guys there deserve a great amount of credit.
That series now shifting back to Dallas for Game 3 tomorrow. As Kobe Bryant trying to get free. Good help defense. Yao Ming looks way out on the perimeter. And a rebound Landry. A loose ball foul on Lamar Odom. And that's 3 fouls on Odom. Odom a little frustrated.
And it's a great job by Yao Ming. Understand what they're trying to do, create space for Kobe Bryant. Yao, great contest, forces Kobe Bryant into a tough three-point, and then if you're Lamar Odom, you have to be smarter. Understand the situation. You can't pick up your third foul and then allow Landry to get to the line.
And I think Kobe Bryant right there, when he says Yao come at him, he has got to go around it. There is a way that Yao could leave his feet if Bryant is on the attack.
Landry knocks down the first. Landry, 21 points and 10 rebounds in Game 2. He's the first player in 24 years in a playoff game to have a double-double playing less than 25 minutes. Coming off the bench, a former second-round pick out of Purdue, a guy who the Bobcats wanted to sign this year, but Houston matched it. Sometimes those secondary guys make all the difference in building a championship team. Landry part of that for Houston.
Well, with him and Scola on the power forward position, they're as well equipped there for many years to come.
Rockets by one, coming up on 5 minutes remaining here in the second. Yao Ming was talking about the bench earlier, giving him so much of the credit. Last touch by Gasol. We asked him why this team is coming together, why it might be the best team he's played on, and he said, I give the bench a lot of credit. He likes to give credit to everybody but himself. Wafer trying to get some space. Wafer, offensive foul, leaned in, and do the charge.
When Von Wafer puts the ball on the floor, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know what's not going to happen. He's not passing, okay? So, a lot of good things. He comes off the bench. He's in the perfect role for himself. Try to create some offensive opportunities, attack the basket, make threes, but he has to have a limited role.
Wafer will sit as Artest comes back in, and Brooks back in as well.
A much better job by Von Wafer running off the floor, giving everybody handshakes, understands, okay, Ron Artest is coming in for me, nothing personal, I have to stay ready.
I hope so.
Sometimes you got to be reminded. You lose yourself sometimes, and give him credit. Also give Rick Adelman credit for being a veteran coach, understanding that you go through things like that.
Kobe Bryant, short on top. Gasol, the offensive rebound. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. Was 5th this year in the league in that department. See Josh Powell with the ball. He's coming off the bench. Powell with a hand in his face, way short. Ball tipped out. Last touch by, I think they're going to call it Yao Ming. And Lakers get the ball. Scola back in.
Again, you just don't want to make mistakes on Bryant. You don't want him shooting layups, you don't want him shooting open threes, and you don't want him living at the free throw line. You can live with the contested two-point shot.
Valier telling us about Kobe Bryant. He is the best, the elite foul drawer in the NBA. Since nobody draws fouls better than Kobe Bryant, although he said Dwayne Wade was 1A. Ariza, shot clock at 7. Valier gets right on it. Bryant to the basket. That shot won't go. Gasol can't get it. Scola the rebound. Stolen by Bryant. Bryant, first team All-NBA defense named earlier this week. Farmar to the basket. Rockets a good, strong half-court defensive team. Josh Powell way short. Brooks able to corral it in.
They just don't foul. They're not giving the Lakers easy, gifted points.
Brooks looking. Now Gasol trying to front Yao Ming. That always seems to be the best defensive scheme. Batted away by Ariza. 9th in the NBA in steals this year. Ariza strong to the basket, draws the foul. And Trevor Ariza will shoot too. This young man, last year injured, hardly played in the playoffs. What a difference he's made for this team this year, Mark.
Well, understands his role. Outstanding defender, great at reading the passing lanes, a big-time finisher, and a much-improved jump shooter. Understands teams are going to allow me to take shots because I'm playing with the best player in the world, has to be ready to catch and finish.
Bill Jackson says, he reminds me when we talk about former Lakers, reminds him a little bit of Michael Cooper. Guy can hit a three, and also such a strong defender.
But what you don't want to do if you're the Rockets is turn the basketball over and allow a guy like Ariza to get it going in transition, because then the open threes are so much easier.
I have a problem with Trevor Ariza being compared to Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper was the elite on-ball defender in his era. Ariza may be on his way towards that, but he's not even close, as Artest tips it in to what Michael Cooper accomplished in his career.
And I'm sure Michael Cooper is somewhere sitting on his couch saying, thank you, Coach Van Gundy, but I agree.
And the Ariza family is now cursing you. Right inside. With the ball batted out of bounds. Still a nice compliment.
Undeserved, but a nice compliment.
And Brooks was out of bounds when he touched the ball. We'll take a timeout. Kind of what we expected. Hard fought. The team's battling. Right now it's all basketball. Rockets by 2.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs.
The NBA playoffs continue Saturday with a doubleheader. Coverage beginning on ESPN with Kia NBA shoot-around 4:30 Eastern. Western Conference Semis Game 3. Nuggets up 2-0 playing the Mavericks in Dallas. And then prime time on ABC 8 Eastern. Eastern Conference Semifinals Game 3. Cavs look to win in Atlanta. Hawks trying to get themselves back in the series. This series tied at 1 apiece. And right now Phil Jackson, in one of his recent huddles, not overly happy with some things he's seeing.
If you don't have a run, you move the ball and set it up and operate on your offense. You guys are doing all this freelance stuff out there. We have no rebounds. Our defensive transitions are compromised. Use your offense, for crying out loud.
Their bench, which can be a real strength, and Gasol, right now one of the starters out there, has been very erratic this year, Jeff.
Well, they lost Turioff and Radmanovich to fiscal moves with trades. Farmar got hurt. He wasn't playing as well. Bynum injured. Luke Walton injured. They have no rhythm. Their bench has played very poorly. And it's not going to be good enough unless they turn around to win this series.
But how does it have an impact as we have a foul away from the ball? Having Lamar Odom in and out of the starting lineup, depending on where Bynum is in with an injury, as Gasol played with Steve Jarvis, does that have a big impact? One guy coming in and out of the starting lineup?
Well, it does. The reason why is because it changes everybody's role. So if Lamar Odom is coming off the bench because Andrew Bynum is starting, setting the tone, now he's coming in thinking the mindset, okay, I don't have to be an impact player in the sense of scoring and doing big things. I can basically allow the game to come to me. So it's a whole different role when you're inserted into the starting lineup, and then somebody else now has to be Lamar Odom's off the bench.
Well, when you think about it, too, it changes Gasol's role. He would be matched up with Scola right now, going to work on a smaller guy offensively. Instead, he's having to guard Yao Ming, and his whole offensive game has to change because he doesn't have that size advantage. Him posting up, it's easy for Yao to defend that unless he's facing up.
Gasol with Yao Ming on him. Battier tries to help, leaving Bryant open for 3. Not that time. And Yao Ming with his 5th rebound.
Battier got away with helping leaving Kobe Bryant. You want to force Yao Ming to defend Pau Gasol one-on-one down.
Lakers have missed their last 9 shots. Scola, bad pass, stolen by Ariza, his 2nd steal. Farmar adjusts and a blocking foul called on Brooks. Brooks trying to get position. And Farmar able to just move out of his way. Just with his head in his hands. That's almost a terrific play for him to get back in after Farmar made that crossover.
I'm glad I didn't have to make that call.
Farmar hits the first. Coming up at halftime, the Toyota halftime show. Mark Jones, Avery Johnson, Jamal Mashburn. Magic with a terrific victory. They're up 2-1 against the Celtics. And A-Rod returns in style. And after watching the highlight of him hitting that home run, the smug look on Yankee fan Mark Jackson's face was fuzzy.
Nothing like seeing A-Rod in the middle of that mile.
Here we go. Some fans are just obnoxious about their team.
Even when they're not going well.
Just over a minute remaining here in the first half. Artest spinning. Nice pass. Yao can't get it to go. And Kobe Bryant goes high for the rebound. Bryant pushing. Bryant kicks it out. Walton steps back. Luke Walton gets it to go. Walton missed a bunch of games early in the playoffs with a foot injury. And he gives the Lakers a 1-point lead. That's their first field goal in over 5 minutes. To go one-on-one, makes his move on Gasol. A little spin and a travel. 11 Rocket turnovers. Again, a problem for him.
You're the Rockets right now. You have to understand, this is where the Lakers all the time go for 2-for-1 situations. Want to get a quick shot up.
Bryant quickly out. Walton will try a three-pointer. That's good. Luke Walton back-to-back jumpers. And the Lakers go up by 4.
That's a great read, coached by Kobe Bryant, making the play, forcing the defense to collapse.
You need shooters to make shots around your best player. Bryant, great play. The Lakers have just not made enough shots from the three-point line.
Went through that tough stretch, 9 in a row. Brooks looking, fires away. Brooks 3 won't go. Yao Ming tips it in beautifully. Farmar, final seconds of the first half. Good defense from Brooks. Farmar off balance, can't get it to go. And that will end the first half. A good half of hard-fought, clean basketball. And Yao Ming leading the way with 14 points for the Houston Rockets. Kobe Bryant, 14 points for the Lakers. And after the first 2 quarters, Lakers with just a 2-point lead. Bryant right now with our Lisa Salters.
Thanks, Mike. Kobe, you got off to a really fast start and then kind of slowed down a little bit. What was going on with you?
Oh, just trying to get other guys involved, make sure everybody stays a part of the game. And I'm going to continue to be aggressive, and when a double comes, I'm kicking to the shooters.
Now, so much was said about the physicality of Game 2 and whether or not it was going to carry over to Game 3. How would you describe the tone out there in that first half?
It's good basketball. You know, Game 2 was a good basketball game. You know, it turned into a circus a little bit, but, you know, outside of those few incidents, it was really good basketball. We're seeing the same thing this first half.
All right, thanks for your time. Mike.
All right, Lisa, coming up at halftime, the Toyota Halftime Show. Mark Jones, Avery Johnson, Jamal Mashburn. We'll look at the first game of our doubleheader. Magic winning in Orlando to take the series lead from the Celtics up 2-1. And a big baseball note, A-Rod returning in style for the Yankees, plus everything going on in the NBA. Halftime of Game 3, first second-round game in Houston in 12 years. Rockets all fired up after splitting the first 2 in L.A. And after 2 quarters here at the Toyota Center, the Lakers with a 2-point lead. Welcome back to Houston. Game 3 between the Rockets and the Lakers. Series all tied up at 1 apiece. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers with a narrow edge right now after the first 2 quarters. We look at our World of Warcraft first half stats. Shooting percentages sky high after the first quarter. Defense got a little better in the second. Both teams doing well from three-point range. Rockets getting to the free throw line, although turning the ball over a lot more than the Lakers. Hi again, everyone, as we get set for the second half, along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Lisa Salters in just a moment. Terrific first half. Only 1 technical, not really a hard foul, but some good individual play in addition to the team play. All right, you've got what we call the Coors Light cold, hard look. And it's a cold, hard look at Kobe Bryant.
And it's how he runs the pick and roll. Here, the first sequence, you've got to try to get at Yao Ming and make him move his feet. Here, as you see it rotated, 3 defenders staring right at Kobe Bryant. You get him in rotation. The ball gets kicked to Trevor Ariza. Quick pass to the corner to Jordan Farmar, and a nice touch pass to Lamar Odom, getting the Rockets defense in rotation. But what the Rockets do well is on penetration. They just don't foul. Only 6 free throws for the Lakers in the first half. 0 by Kobe Bryant. He's 0 for 4 on shots in the paint. If you can keep him shooting jump shots, if you're Houston, you've done all you can do.
And there you see Kobe Bryant, that terrific start in that first quarter. Meanwhile, for the Rockets, Mark, you said over and over and over again, the #1 key for Houston was to get Yao Ming involved, and they did that.
Well, he makes the game so much easier for everybody around him because of his presence, his ability to score and score in bunches. You talk about single coverage. Playing him one-on-one is a recipe for disaster. You allow him to catch the basketball, does not matter. When you double team, he's a guy that's a willing passer. Excellent read, step in, knock down, shot up from the perimeter. And then on the move, cutting off of him, defense reacts, outstanding low post scorer. Offensive rebounding is crucial. Ended the half fighting for the loose rebound. He's the reason the Rockets are within striking range.
Third quarter in Game 2 was big. The other night, Los Angeles. Let's see how the third quarter turns out here tonight. Artest back to Yao Ming. Rebound Farmar. Again, Farmar getting the start for Derek Fisher. Suspended the 1 game for the foul on Luis Scola in game 2.
And if Yao Ming wants to shoot that jump shot, if I'm LA, I am so thankful that he wants to play at 17 feet instead of posting deep in the paint.
Brooks picks up the foul, and Bryant will go to the line for the first time tonight. Lakers with 6 free throw attempts to 15 by the Rockets.
Well, a little pick and roll action with Artest. He drives it away. Good pass. If I'm the Lakers, I'm not even rotating to that. If they want that shot, they can have it every single time down the court.
Kobe Bryant, who's fouled, or it wasn't called a foul in game 2, that elbow to Ron Artest after the league reviewed it, said it was a foul he was charged with after the foul. Obviously, it doesn't impact game 2, but you pick up 4 flagrant foul points during the course of the postseason. You get 1 for flagrant 1, and you get 2 points for flagrant 2. You could be suspended once you hit that 4th point mark. Brooks out to Battier. Battier fakes a 3, adjusts, puts up another, won't go. Scola the rebound and trap it, back up and in. This guy just makes basketball plays night in and night out.
He doesn't do anything wrong on the basketball floor. He plays winning basketball. Outstanding to watch. And a heck of a pickup for the Rockets.
But I am shocked
Travel.
that Lamar Odom is getting worked over by Luis Scola. There's no reason that he should be having his way with him in the paint. Odom's too good.
He has 3 fouls, so he can't be perhaps as physical. And 2 of those 3 fouls came away from anything to do with Scola.
Well, Lamar Odom is a New York City guy. At some point, you have to recognize they're going at me.
Yao Ming drives, ball knocked away. Nice defensive play. Bryant to Gasol. Now trying to stay with him. Gasol spinning. Left hand. Pretty play from Pau Gasol.
That's been when Pau has been most effective on the block is when he's faced Yao and made plays. You don't just want to be restricted being a jump shooter. Use your skill.
Yao Ming down low. Shot short. Odom the rebound. Yao's already got hit that time. Odom for 3. And he rattles it in. Lamar Odom from downtown. He shot well from 3-point range. Doesn't shoot a lot of 3-pointers, but he's 6 of 12 from that range in the playoffs. Lakers by 7. Artest, hard drive.
And if I was the Lakers, I would consider on Artest pick and roll. He's not a great passer off the dribble. To trap him and make him be a passer.
Artest now in double figures. 3 Rockets led by Yao Ming's 14. Farmar. Ariza will try another 3. That's good. Trevor Ariza drills it. His second 3-pointer of the game.
And sometimes it boils down to making shots. As simple as that. Talk about Odom steps into a 3-point and that time Ariza.
This equals the largest lead of the game. Lakers 6 of 12 from downtown. Brooks to Scola. Scola can't get it to go. Yao keeps it alive. Scola out of bounds. Rockets get a new 24 as we check in with Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, I talked to Rockets assistant Jack Sickman at the half, and he said, you know what, we just got to settle down. There was a lot of emotion in the arena in that first half. We were active on defense, but made way too many mistakes. He said the one thing that they have to do in this third quarter is to play solid D and get Yao involved early. So far, they've tried to do that, but with no results.
Well, it certainly was emotional to start. As Yao blocked, Kobe Bryant with the rejection on the help defense.
What a big-time play by Bryant, not giving up on it.
That's his second block shot of the game. Bryant. Farmar. Lost it on the Ariza. Another 3. Battle for the rebound. Farmar. Jordan Farmar to Gasol. Poked away. Gets it back. And we'll have a jump ball. Farmar diving on the floor again. to block a 7'5" guy.
Well, this is just a great help defense play. Yao's got to dunk that ball, but Bryant, just like Dwayne Wade, great coming from the weak side to block shots at the guard.
I'm LeBron James. I'm somewhere at home saying, what about me?
Hey, LeBron, you got everything. You don't need my praise. You're up 2-0.
He's probably in a hotel in Atlanta right now.
By the way, if that was a fight, they would stop that for bleeding right now. That'd be a TKO.
Getting past the first round, but they're going up against the freight train. Artest left-handed again. That time, Odom the rebound.
That's bad offense for the Rockets. They're at their best when it's man movement and ball movement.
Bryant for three. Yao Ming the rebound. Rockets look to push. They've got the numbers. 4-on-2. Wide open three. Artest can't get it to go. Battier tips it out to Brooks. And Yao slow to get up the floor. He's had a long year. Played this summer for China in the Olympics. Played 77 games this year as Brooks the runner. No help defense that time by the Lakers. Shot, banks it in.
Once again, it's pick and roll with Yao Ming. You force him to be the help defender, and then you attack him.
Farmar 6.6 assists in his first start of the season. Artest and Odom, a couple of New York City guys going at it. Artest can't get it to fall. Nice tip to Farmar. Kobe Bryant strides across the lane. Short. Odom had it. Lost it. Battle for it. Yao Ming comes out of the pack. And a foul on Ariza. That's 3 fouls on Trevor Ariza.
And anytime the Lakers want to get a good look, it's pick and roll. Yao is in center field, so he allows the smaller guy to go to his body. He has to be in retreat mode. Jordan Farmer able to float into a running bank.
The timeout, 6.5 left, third quarter from Houston. The Lakers have equaled their largest lead of the game. LA Lakers care about the community throughout their season. Lakers demonstrate a commitment to the children by hosting basketball clinics, spreading a little holiday cheer, creating places where the kids and families can live, can learn, and can play as well. Lakers show giving back to the community one way to make a difference. And the Lakers and the NBA, where caring happens. Here, third quarter in Houston, Kobe Bryant getting it done on the defensive end. Named first-team All-NBA defense earlier this week.
Well, he's 1 for his last 9. But when you're struggling on offense, you got to come to the rescue on defense. There, a good recovery on the block. And here, all-world defensive play right there. Bryant really struggling offensively right now to knock in shots, but he's doing it at the other end.
Kobe earlier in the game passed Larry Bird to move into the 6th place on the all-time playoff scoring list. For Jordan, still number 1. 8-point lead right now for LA. Farmar pokes it out of bounds.
Too much individual play right now offensively for the Rockets. Where's Yao Ming? Get him the basketball, get out of his way, and trust that he's going to make the right play.
And I also say, where is Luis Scola? Give him the ball on the block and let him go to work on Lamar Odom.
Brooks the drive, floats it up, shot won't go. There's Scola, but couldn't finish. And Ariza the rebound. Farmar walks it across. Lakers beat them all 4 times during the regular season, but 3 of the games were close. Ball batted away. Gasol gets it back and is hammered by Scola. 2 fouls on Scola, and Gasol will shoot his first free throws of the night.
And you don't make that pass to a big man unless you trust his hands. That's complete, total trust by Kobe Bryant. Fires a fastball to the hands of to Pau Gasol. Does a good job of settling down and creating the contact.
Bryant telling Gasol, stay aggressive all the time. He was in game 2. Gasol was terrific in game 2. 22 points, 14 rebounds, plus 4 blocks.
It's a big-time catch. This is a tough, on-the-move, has to come to the basketball. That's football. That's a wide receiver meeting the pass.
And the Lakers now have their largest lead, first double-digit lead of the night.
I tell you, Coach, this is a crucial time. You're the Lakers. You got to smell blood and take the game right now.
And you have to wonder, do they have that type of mentality other than Kobe Bryant?
Brooks. Farmar with the steal. Nice defense from Jordan Farmar. Throws it ahead to Odom. Knocked away by Battier.
And Mark's right. They've got to play inside out like they did in the first quarter where they scored so successfully.
Battier tried to get it. He felt he got hit, tried to get it to Yao Ming. Instead, they turn it over for the 13th time.
If I'm Rick Adelman, I'm thinking, hey, we are fortunate to be down just 10 right now. The way we played the last 5-6 minutes, we are fortunate to still be in this ball.
If I'm Rick Adelman, I'm thinking substitute right now, maybe. Get some guys in there who want to feed the post.
Odom misses. Here comes Brooks. How much of it is not feeding, and sometimes how much Yao has to make sure, and Adelman was talking about this before the game, of making sure he moves more and not just gets down to the post where they can deny him.
Well, they haven't looked for Yao Ming on the post, so it has nothing to do with his presence. Good job of it. They're not going to pass it to me. I'm going to go get the basketball. That's what the big-time big men do. Go get it off the glass.
You saw that shot at Adelman. Certainly getting into Yao seems to be a discussion with his assistant coaches right there. Chance of defense from this sold-out Toyota Center. Gasol against Yao, trying to take him off the dribble. Tough shot, puts it in, and a foul.
When Gasol faces up, he has the advantage against Yao Ming's for quickness. When he tries to back him in, it's Yao Ming's advantage. Good ball handling there, good separation, and the ability to stop like a perimeter player on a dime, a little fade, and get a three-point opportunity.
That's a 7-footer making that play. That's pretty incredible skill for a guy that size.
And that's why people who talk about Pau Gasol being soft, they're talking about maybe what he isn't versus what he is, which is a versatile power forward center who can post smaller guys and take bigger ones off the dribble.
It's not what you call a power player by any stretch, but so many positives. As our test offensive foul, Trevor Ariza. Good job defensively to draw the charge. Fans, go to NBA.com/amazing right now to create a video playlist of your favorite NBA playoff moments. Choose from an extensive library of the best playoff moments in NBA history, and then share your playlist with friends. Cisco and the NBA let you decide where amazing happens.
And you got to give credit to the Lakers defense. They have increased the intensity also.
Bryant, shot won't go. Bryant unable to find the range after that start. He was 4 for 5. 5 for 6, actually. Now 1 for his last 10. Ariza jumper won't go. Scola in pursuit.
But Mark, you're right. The Lakers have had the chance to get a bigger cushion, and they just haven't been able to knock down some very makeable shots.
Here's what you want to see them do. Scola inside, and he's fouled. And Luis Scola to the free throw line. The foul goes against Kobe Bryant, his second.
As Scola's taking it to the rim and getting fouled. Very interesting reaction by Shane Battier after the foul. He went to Brooks and Artest and said, move it, move it. They have a penchant for over-dribbling on occasion.
Ron Waker's going to come back in. Scola misses the first free throw attempt here in the third quarter for Houston after getting to the line quite a bit in the first half with 15.
I'm still trying to figure out who in the world could be upset with Yao not demanding the basketball. They're not looking for him offensively. They're taking the ball away from the strong side, eliminating him from the picture. They're doing the Los Angeles Lakers a favor, making it easy for them to defend.
Scola misses a pair. Two tough misses. Rockets trying to get some points. Under 3.5 remaining in the third. Ariza to Gasol. Gasol between the legs. Jump shot in and out. That one halfway down. back out. Wafer, the three. Won't go. Yao Ming the rebound. Back up, misses. Grabs it, falls down, and a foul. It's going to go against Pau Gasol. And the Rockets were going to need possession, need 24. And we'll have a timeout. Just under 3 minutes remaining, third quarter. The Lakers trying to put a little space. A 10-point lead. Rockets ball when we come back.
ESPN. Now, hey, good debut. 2009 season for A-Rod in his first game of the year, first pitch, first home run of the year. CC Sabathia with a complete game shutout. They win it 4-0. Meanwhile, Orlando defeats Boston to go up 2-1 in the series. Dwight Howard had 17 points, 16 boards, 5 blocks. Sports Center after the game, guys. Back to you.
All right, Mark, big win for Stan Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy, you get the Gatorade cooler talk.
Well, when Gasol faces Yao, it's to his advantage. Here, a great drive. Yao does a good job cutting off the first move. Great counter move and the ability to use both hands by Gasol. And this right here, this should be illegal for a big, to be able to cross over, go between his legs, stop on balance, and knock in the short little jump shot.
Gasol just 4 points at halftime. That's 6 here in the third as he gets a rest. Lowry to the basket. Good hard drive. Puts it in. Lakers wanted an offensive foul. He may have warded off the defender with his right arm. And Phil Jackson yelling at Lamar Odom as he goes up the floor. Bynum back in. Artest is now on Kobe Bryant. Those two got into it, obviously, in game 2. Bryant the runner. Tough shot won't go. Ball tipped. Still alive and put in. I think Bynum is the one that tipped it in. Either Bynum or Bryant.
Actually, I believe it was the left hand of Kobe Bryant active chasing his own shot.
Terrific play from Kobe Bryant. 18 points now. Lakers back up by 10. Artest for 3. He just can't get that going. And Luke Walton the rebound.
Here's where you take a look at Chauncey Billups and what he does for the Nuggets. There are times as a point guard that you have to keep the ball away from certain guys. Ron Artest is in that zone right now. You have to keep the ball away from him and get it in the hands of Yao.
Bryant, hesitation out to Odom. Wide open 3. Does it again. Lamar Odom, his second three-pointer of the game. And it's a 13-point Laker lead.
And again, they're going to commit off of the corner to stop Bryant's penetration. And that's why it's critical that guys like Luke Walton and Odom make the three-point corner shot.
Lowry on the drive. Foul by Bynum.
You know, good screen by Bynum. Bryant to the hole. Landry steps in. Hey, it's a make or miss league. You make those, you're going to have a chance. You miss them, it's going to be hard to win.
Kobe Bryant sits. Bynum picks up his second.
Interesting lineup. Neither Gasol or Bryant. No first option type players on the floor for the Lakers.
Wafer. Nearly lost it. Artest will try it again. Misses again. Yao Ming trying to tip it. Knocked out of bounds by Odom. Artest trying from downtown where he's now 1 for 6.
I like the work that Bynum is doing right now defending Yao Ming. Keeping the body in front of him, helping, but keeping body contact with Yao. That's how he has to be defended.
And then I think he has to do a better job of running now the other end. Run the floor. Try to get an early seam in your post-up.
Artest hesitant to take that open jumper. Now drives inside. Left-handed, flips it in. Back to 11, final minute. Lowry pressuring John Brown. Walton tied up by Artest. Walton flips it up. Shot short. Rebound Artest. Ahead to Landry. And Landry misses the layup. Nearly tipped in by Lowry and Bynum the rebound. Here's Vujacic to Odom. Odom the layup. That's no good. And there's about a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
The one thing you want to do is force Ron Artest to go right. Love to go left.
Goes left and draws the foul. He's a right-hander. Well, that's where he's most effective. Does it that time. And will be rewarded with 2 free throws.
The problem is, if you played him and this was the first time facing him, you have an excuse. This is playoff basketball. Take away what a guy does best. Ron Artest wants to get to his left. Your job as the initial defender is to force him to beat you with his right hand.
And he's not making his jump shots. He's pushing him a little bit more and make him shoot it up over the top.
With the free throw, Chuck Hayes comes in. Now we get a breather. Kobe comes back in for the final possession. Hayes in there on test with 1 more free throw. Phil Jackson before the game saying about Ron Artest, he says he's a very special player. He called him a bear of a man.
Well, that's a good description. But right now, you understand the Lakers are going to put the ball in the hands of Bryant and look for him to make a play. If I'm the Rockets, recognize that you have a foul to give and take it at the proper time.
9-point game, 7.2 remain. Artest on Kobe. There's the foul again. 3.5. That's a pretty good time.
Well, it is the right time. You want to make sure the guy is in position to be aggressive and make a play. Artest takes the hit.
3 fouls on Artest. Artest trying to get right in between the screens. So strong.
And this is an old Michael Jordan play. They're going to break everybody out of the line and try to get Kobe Bryant some space right in the free throw line to the top of the key area. And Artest is perfectly positioned to take that away.
Excellent ball denial from Artest. Bryant has to come outside to get it. Drives, fires a long 3. It's good! At the buzzer! Kobe Bryant nails the three-pointer. Such a tough shot. Artest defended him so well. And Bryant still able to knock it down.
Good D from Artest. Kobe Bryant just wants to catch it, and then, mama, there goes that man. Long distance, knocking down the J to end the court.
The Lakers outscore the Rockets 24-14. Bryant with the great offensive play there, but the Laker defense was superb. Rockets shoot just 6 of 25 in the third. We head to the fourth quarter. Lakers by a dozen. Fourth quarter set to begin in Houston. Lakers up 12. Right now, Burger King presents late game moments ago. Lisa Salters with Rick Allen.
Coach, you guys scored just 14 points in that third quarter. What wasn't working offensively?
Missed a lot of shots around the basket, and then we got impatient.
I know you want to get Yao more involved. How do you do that?
He's got to be active. He's got to move, and the ball's got to move. You know, we can't just take it to one side and expect they're going to let him catch it. We have to have better ball movement. He's got to be more active.
All right, thanks for your time. Mike?
All right, Lisa, there's his numbers. He will start the fourth quarter on the bench as the Rockets send out Kyle Lowry, Von Wafer, Carl Landry, Chuck Hayes, and Shane Battier. This is one of the smallest lineups I've seen any team all season.
I like what Phil Jackson is doing. Gave Kobe a quick rest, put him back in at the end of the quarter, and starting the fourth. He understands this could possibly win the series.
Walton misses, and Lowry the rebound. This is a really small team, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. It's a small team, but they're going to try to use their quickness to get at the basket.
Andrew with a quick bucket, and it's back to 10.
The Rockets really have to find a way to score. Started 28 points in the first quarter. Since then, they've had 36 points. They have to begin to trust one another on the offensive end.
Vujicic, Bynum, Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Luke Walton out there for the Lakers. Down on the drive, gets in the paint, blocked, but a foul. Landry swatted it. And I think they're going to call the foul on Lowry. And Lowry picks up the first one.
That's just good aggressive play from Shannon Brown. You don't want to trust Kobe Bryant to make every play. At some point, you have to look to be aggressive and force the defense to defend you, creates the contact, grab on the wrist, go to the line.
That's an easy call. Hey, if Steve Javie calls it, to me, he's the best play caller in the NBA. This guy is a great referee, and if you're the road team, you feel good walking in that there are no benefit of the doubt calls go to the home team.
23 years in the NBA, over 200 playoff games. Yeah, many feel he is the best. You're not the only one that feels that way, Jeff. Wafer, jump shot, high arcing shot, in and out. Kobe Bryant for rebound.
I think Steve Javie and a couple other guys should do every game of the finals. No, I do.
Bryant misses. Rebound Hayes. I thought you were going to say every game.
No. Think about it. In baseball, they don't rotate in all different referees. I think Steve Javie or whoever the best guys are in the NBA should do all 7 games.
You can do 3. That's the way they have it set up right now.
I don't agree with that. We have a lot of great referees as Von Wafer knocks down the jump shot. Earn the right to call the biggest game.
Oh, someone's sucking up for a coaching job over here.
No, I'm just a truth teller. I'm just a truth teller.
Oh, man. I'm not disputing we have a lot of great referees, but you want the very best.
98 back on Kobe Bryant. Vujacic, quick catch and shoot, knocks down the 3. Lakers from downtown, 9 of 17.
8 for 35 in the first 2 games, 9 for 17. That is the single biggest difference. They're going to load their defense up.
Bynum blocks the first, but Andrew stays with the play.
They're going to load their defense up to Kobe Bryant. He drives it. Defense comes. It's a make-or-miss thing. If they make, they're going to win the game.
Shannon Brown to the basket. Blocking foul as Chuck Hayes was in the restricted area. So free throws for Shannon Brown.
Again, good drive. 5 sets of eyes, and that's good defense and a good closeout. Just a better offensive play by Bryant and a knockdown shot by Vujacic.
So Brown to the free throw line. Brown, the third-year player out of Michigan State, played with the Cavs for a year and a half, half year with the Bulls. And with Charlotte first half of this year. Here's him driving, watch inside. Now, he was outside the restricted area, but it was still a foul.
Right. He didn't call restricted area foul right there. He called a blocking foul, and that's a good call by Ronnie Garrison.
Brown was obtained in that trade earlier this season. And it sent Vladimir Radmanovich to Charlotte. He said he was mixed feelings about the trade at first because he didn't know if he was going to be able to play with all the good talent on the Lakers. But boy, he's coming an important part on this team. As Landry picks up the loose ball. Landry out the Wafer. Oh, hard foul from Vujacic. As Wafer goes down, Wafer got him up in the air. Vujacic came down pretty hard. And that's really the first hard foul we've seen tonight after all the extracurricular activities in Game 2. So Javie, Garrison, and Corbin will talk about it. Will they call a flagrant foul? I think they're going to the replay. If they're going to the replay, that means it's a flagrant 2.
No, I think they're going to see if it's a 3-point shot.
All right. They haven't made any call in terms of flagrant. There's no question Wafer leans in.
That's not a flagrant foul. That is basketball right there. He goes up to contest. He's trying to stay away from fouling. Wafer actually, to me, you can make the debate that that's an offensive foul by Wafer jumping in sideways.
Absolutely, totally agree. You talk about Wafer trying to create the contact, which he did, and he sold the foul. But Vujacic, no way in the world is that a flagrant. Excellent job of refereeing.
So they're calling it just a regular foul. No, there you see Wafer leaning in. The only thing Vujacic did was after the contact came down with that right arm.
You know, I always wonder, though, when you get hit in the stomach, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to bring your arm down.
True, but he did come down a little bit on a follow-up.
Are we this soft now in competitive sports that we want to penalize everything with flagrant fouls? You got to take a hit. If you're going to give a hit, take a hit.
But also basketball-wise, once the whistle is blown, I don't want to give this guy an opportunity to get the shot off. My job is to bring my arm down.
I am so tired of flagrant fouls and suspensions. Let the guys play basketball. That's all clean stuff.
That's what it's in the rule in terms of following through like that. In slow motion, it didn't look like that.
He followed through because he got hit in the stomach.
I think you're giving him an excuse there.
Well, the rules say that's an offensive foul on Von Wafer. That's what the rules dictate.
Bynum back to Walton. That's a two-pointer from Vujicic. 81-71, a 10-point game. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Let's see if that foul starts anything else. It's been a good, hard-fought, physical game, but all clean. There's Wafer, bad shot there. Bryant throws it behind Bynum. Bynum blocking foul. And Bynum will shoot free throws. And we'll have a timeout. Kobe Bryant with words to Luke Walton as they go to the bench.
This is what you want if you're Phil Jackson. You're a big guy fighting on the defensive end. Meets Yao Ming, then get in front. Follow the scouting report. The ball moves. Your job is to stay in front of him. Outstanding defense. And then finally, secure the basketball. Contest. The paint is yours. Andrew Bynum, stellar job on that possession.
Mark Jones with his Taco Bell studio update. The Orlando Magic tonight defeating the Boston Celtics in a game you saw earlier tonight here on ESPN. Rashard Lewis had a game-high 28 points. Anthony Johnson filled in for a suspended Rafer Alston. And Dwight Howard took it upon himself to bring it home. He had 17 points and 5 blocks. Guys, back to you.
All right, Mark, Lakers up by 10. In their Game 1 loss, they shot 2 for 18 from three-point range. Tonight, terrific from downtown, Jeff.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Surround your best player with enough shooting. Here, Bryant attracts the focus of the defense. Easy spot up, corner three for Walton. Same thing here. Another pick and roll. Get Bryant attacking the basket. Great play, passes on time, on target. Now it's up to the shooter. Knock it in. And here Bryant with all the defense again loaded up to him. Good movement off the ball by Vujicic. Knocks it down. The other Lakers tonight are 6 for 12 from 3. Good sign for them.
Vujicic's a two-pointer won't go. Lowry the rebound. Despite all the problems they've had, the Rockets still only down by 10 with over 8 minutes remaining. Lowry looking. Tied up, nearly traveled. Wafer flips it up. Shot short. Yao Ming the rebound. Back up stripped. Luke Walton knocked it away. Now grimacing as he goes up the floor.
He can't bring that ball down. He's got to keep it high and finish high.
Still just 2 points in the second half for Yao Ming. Bryant. Shot clock at 4. Bryant the drive, the ball fake. Misses it, gets the rebound, banks in the follow. 23 for Kobe Bryant, and he paid the price for that one.
Really took a tough shot. Had a wide open Pau Gasol the first time, didn't trust, looked to make play for himself.
Yao doubled. Wafer, a three-pointer, knocks it down. Big shot right there for the Rockets.
To me, a poor decision by Brown to go down there in a full-out double team against Yao when Yao has struggled and open up the three-point game.
Wafer has 8 points here in the fourth quarter. He's been doing the scoring for them. The block, still put it in. Battier got a piece of it, and Bryant with his strength backed it in.
Phil Jackson on the sideline upset. Saying that should have been a three-point play for Bryant.
Lowry the drive, count it and one. Kyle Lowry with a chance for a three-point play. How about this play, Mark?
Well, you understand. Kobe understands, hey, this is game-winning time. Actually, no foul. That's all ball by Shane Battier and the strength of Kobe Bryant. How about on the other end? Kyle Lowry keeping his foot on the gas pedal. Goes to the body of Luke Walton, gets the basket into contact. Good minutes from Kyle Lowry.
Lowry, a tough kid from Philadelphia, born and raised in Philly. A couple years of college at Villanova. And a first-round draft pick of Memphis back in 2006. And acquired back in February. The three-team trade that saw Rafer Alston go to Orlando. Lowry came here and became the backup point guard. And he missed the free throw. Rockets have just 6 free throws. Kobe Bryant inside. Can't get it to go. Gasol comes in for the offensive board. And a pass deflected out of bounds.
And I like the Lakers' strategy. Last 6 minutes of the game, put Kobe Bryant in pick and roll. You know your offense is under control. You're going to get a quality shot, and you have a chance to get to the free throw line.
Farmar sets it up. If you're just joining us, Derek Fisher suspended to 1 game. Farmar got the start. Kicks it out Ariza. Open three-pointer. It's good. Trevor Ariza, his 3rd three-pointer of the night. He's got 12 points and a lead back up to a dozen.
But once again, pick and roll, and Jordan Farmar makes the play. Dribble penetration, inside-outside attack.
Artest way off the mark. Battier passed up the open 3. Shot clock did not reset. Artest shot didn't hit the rim. Battier 2 on the clock. Short. Rebound Battier. Shuffle pass to Landry. And Phil Jackson wants timeout. Phil Jackson yelling at Pau Gasol and LeVar Odom get the rebound.
And he's 100% right. If you're going to win tough ball games on the road, you have to take care of what needs to be taken care of. Secure the basketball.
A very particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
With the defending champion Houston Rockets on the verge of elimination from the playoffs, reserve guard Mario Elie takes over, swishing a baseline three-pointer in the closing seconds to defeat the Suns en route to back-to-back titles.
Those were great times in Houston. Rockets winning back-to-back championships in 94 and 95. They still were good a couple of years after that. They've had a tough time after Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, numbers retired up there. They've had some very good teams in recent years, but they've lost 6 straight first rounds prior to this year. Finally get in the second round. They're against the top-seeded Lakers, giving them quite a battle. They're right now down by 10 with 5.5 to go. Gasol, good open look. Can't get it to go. Battier the rebound.
Actually, Gasol turned this one. That's a shot you have to take. That's a good quality possession for the Lakers.
Lowry in the game at crunch time. Give and go with Yao Ming. Inside, bangs it in.
But that's where Lowry's at his best, when he's attacking the basket. A bad decision by Farmar to over-pursue the entry pass to Yao Ming gave an angle to Lowry.
They got within 8. Kobe Bryant fouled by Battier. Bryant, who's only taken 2 free throw attempts tonight, will go back to the line. Now, with a limp as he gets up.
Well, Farmar went for the steal. Good touch pass by Yao. And what could have been a 3-point play because Odom was in the restricted area.
Battier's second foul. Bryant 2 for 2 from the line.
And then the Rockets, good things happen when you get the ball in the hands of Yao Ming. It forces the Lakers defense to respond, and he is a guy that's going to make the right play.
Ten-point lead again. Still 5 minutes remaining. Bryant on Battier, getting in deep that time. And Artest able to get it to go. Got away from the 3-point line and able to get something going down low.
That's my concern with the Lakers. Right now, they're playing D like they have a cushion. You have to look to knock out a team in their house.
Single coverage. Battier. 1 dribble, pull up, in and out. Rebound tipped and taken by Yao Ming. 14 rebounds for Yao. Lowry. Artest on the drive. And he's fouled on the way to the basket. Ariza called for the foul. Only the 13th foul on the Lakers, so they'll take it out of bounds.
And Mark's right. There has been a lessening of defense and rebounding intensity by the Lakers in this quarter, which is inexcusable if you're trying to regain home court advantage.
Yao inside the finish. It's a 6-point game.
How do you keep the basketball out of his hands? the best offensive big man in basketball.
Many in the crowd on its feet. Rockets right back in it. Gasol. Farmar, the jump shot, puts it in. Big shot from Jordan Farmar.
It all starts again, though, with putting Yao Ming into pick and rolls and letting Gasol either shoot it or drive it to the basket and create a play.
And a whistle. Foul away from the ball. It'll be the 14th foul. Ariza picks up his 5th.
Really not much the Lakers could do. Yao sets a screen and then seals. Gets to the body of Powell. Smaller defender. Attacking. Gets to the rim before the help could come. Your only choice is the foul. A dominant big man on the offensive end.
Artest. Over the post up Kobe Bryant. Spins. There's Odom to greet him. Puts up a bad shot. Rebound. Taken by Landry. Artest puts up the way off. He's been way off the mark all night from downtown. Now 1 of 8.
See the mindset for the Rockets have to be every time we get it in Yao's hand, he makes the right decision.
Farmar won't go. Landry the rebound.
Staying away from him, coach, and make it hard on yourself to score.
And Rick Allen wants a timeout. Yao Ming grimacing and a little bit of a limp as he walks to the bench. His team down by 8. Their ball when we return.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs.
SportsCenter coming your way in moments. Scott Van Pelt, John Anderson sees Magic Game 3, of course. A-Rod is back and in a big way, and CeCe Sabathia is strong for the Yanks as well.
Sid the Kid finds the net. Ovechkin does not. Pens and Caps tied. Barry will be here, and Tigers in the red, but room to make up. We'll see you after the game.
Thanks, guys. Fourth quarter, 3:03 remaining. Lakers with an 8-point cushion. Time for our ESPN Access. Jeff?
Well, good pick and roll offense here by L.A. Gasol sets a very good on-ball screen. Brooks has got to get up into the ball more than this. He gets picked off too easy. Lowry's doing a better job negotiating those screens. You want Yao to protect the basket, so you're always going to have, when Yao Ming is guarding the pick and roll, that 15, 17-foot pull-up jump shot. That time, Farmar knocked it down.
Lowry to Battier. Kobe Bryant doing a good job on Artest defensively. 5 on the shot clock. Yao Ming, turnaround shot. Won't go. Odom the rebound.
Great switching of assignments by Phil Jackson, putting Bryant on Artest, Ariza on Battier.
And it's becoming more and more obvious looking at Yao Ming trying to run up the floor. He is in serious pain.
Only has 2 points here in the fourth. Only 4 in the second half. Shot clock down to 3. Gasol the drive. Kicks it out. Bryant just gets it off in time and puts it in. The three-pointer for Kobe Bryant as the shot clock expires. The lead back up to 11. Huge shot right there as Artest forces it up. Blocked by Odom. Artest gets it back and pulls his way in as he bats it in.
Mark made the point earlier, though. That's bad basketball by Ron Artest. You've got to give the ball up and move the defense.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Rockets need stops. Bryant, pull-up jumper, 2-pointer, in and out, won't go. Gasol, the offensive rebound.
And if I'm Powell, I keep the ball in my hands right now. Force Yao Ming to defend you.
Gasol giving him a week 24 at a huge time. Bryant spinning, flips it up, won't go. Odom on the finish. And Rick Allen needs a timeout as the Lakers back up by 11 with 1:22 remaining. They're ready to start celebrating. And some of the fans here in Houston heading for the exits.
See Yao offensively, good contest by Powell and running up the floor. I think it's time for him to consider taking him out. But on the offensive end, the good news is Kobe Bryant beating the clock. It should be a crime being that good.
30 for Kobe Bryant. Lakers by 11. Saturday on ESPN and ABC, 5 Eastern, Game 3, Denver at Dallas. And then at 8 ABC, Game 3, Cleveland at Atlanta. Sunday on ABC, we'll have Game 4 of this series. Looks like the Lakers are going to be up 2-1. And then Sunday on TNT, coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern. Orlando with a 2-1 lead, hosting Game 4 against the Boston Celtics.
Mike,
let's check in with Lisa's office.
Well, Mike, as you guys have noticed, Yao Ming is in a great deal of pain, and he's been hurting for the last several minutes. But he wouldn't let the Rockets trainer, Keith Jones, work on him. Keith was trying to get him to stand up so he could see what kind of mobility he had. Yao said he just wanted to sit on the bench. They also wanted to spray something possibly on that left ankle. Again, Yao wouldn't let them do any kind of treatment.
He's staying in the game, gets low post position against Gasol. There's a foul on Gasol. So Yao will shoot free throws.
Well, again, good defense by Gasol. And listen, anytime Yao is hobbling up the floor because of his past injury situation with his lower legs, you, the Rockets, have to be concerned.
The left foot was the injury last year. It caused him to miss the entire playoffs. He scared everyone in China that they thought maybe he'd miss the Olympics in Beijing, but he certainly played through them. And he played 77 games this season.
Especially when you think about it, Game 4 is Sunday. So the Rockets have to be concerned about Yao Ming's health.
10-point game. Lakers try and take as much time off the clock in each possession. Brooks, who just checked back in with the foul. So now Lakers hit the free throws. They can relax and win this one easily. If they start missing it, the Rockets will have a chance. Lakers in the fourth quarter, 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
And I think this brings up an interesting dilemma for Phil Jackson. Is your best chance, as the reason this is the first one, to continue to start Farmar and bring Fisher off the bench to stabilize that second unit and keep Farmar's confidence higher than it's been in a long time, or do you go back to your original unit with Fisher starting?
Farmar played 32 minutes, 8 points, 7 assists. Artest on the drive, gets inside, backs it in. 9-point game with just over a minute remaining. Quickly a foul on Farmar.
That's why it's so important to stay ready. Jordan Farmar, give him credit. Here's a young player that could have been pouting and not prepared when the moment presented itself. He has taken care of his business.
Well, tonight was his first start of the season. He'd only played 21 total minutes in the first 2 games, only averaging 7 minutes a game in the playoffs. In fact, had 3 games he didn't even play. They played a good aggressive game right from the start. Diving on the floor. 32 big minutes for Phil Jackson tonight. And it's back to 10 with a minute to go. Sports Center coming up next. And the Rockets make one last run. Artest finally gets one to go. It's a 3-pointer. But they're going to review it. Artest felt it was a 3. And Steve Jabbery will quickly check it out. And Yao Ming becomes more glaring as he goes down the floor.
And Rick Adelman wants to substitute Scola for Yao, but on the made basket won't be able to. Lakers just splitting a pair of free throws the last 2 times. They've got to get the ball into Kobe Bryant's hands as we see that's a 2-point shot.
Clearly that right foot on the line. So a 2-pointer makes it 8-point.
And I love the NBA rule that they changed to give the referees the ability to get those type of calls right.
Boy, look at him. He is really hurting right now. They double Gasol at the foul. And they do. Now Gasol will now go to the line. And Scola comes in for Yao. He's not even looking over at Scola. He wants no part of coming out of the game.
He's going to go directly to the locker room.
So Keith Jones, their head athletic trainer, greets him right away. So tough so proud. Does not want to come out. Wants to be there for his team. Gasol hits the free throw.
If you even look at the Rockets defensively, obviously they're fouling right away, but one thing they're doing, double teaming Kobe Bryant. So they're playing the numbers. They're forcing the ball into the hands of someone else, and then they're fouling the lead.
Gasol 1 for 2. And a timeout, Rick Allen. You saw that well-timed Yao Ming's right knee. That was from that play earlier in game 1. Right now, Rockets down 9, just 52 seconds left. Doubleheader coverage begins on ESPN. Kia NBA shoot-around, 4:30 Eastern, 5 Eastern on ESPN. Denver and Dallas from Dallas, Texas. Nuggets up 2-0, and then primetime on ABC. Game 3 between the Cavs and the Hawks. Cleveland dominant in the second round as well. As the NBA playoffs continue. Rockets need threes. Down by 9. Brooks stolen by Farmar. That's his second steal. And now it's Farmar who's going to shoot some free throws. He is all pumped up. Back, not only in the rotation, got a chance to start, and he performed well.
So I would keep Farmar in the lineup, not because of just tonight. I just think it gives them their best chance to play at a higher level because they were getting nothing from him off the bench.
Well, I agree with you. And coming in, I really feel that Jordan Farmar is the best point guard in the series. No question about it. And I think he was a guy that was ready when the moment presented itself. You got to give him a lot of credit. You know, I love most closing out ball games. Didn't give the catch off the out-of-bounds play to Aaron Brooks. No, denied, and he comes up with the steal and really seals the deal for the Lakers.
His quickness against Brooks is a better matchup, and I think Fisher's got a better matchup with the strength of Kyle Lowry.
Artest launches a 3 and nails it from about 5 feet beyond the arc. That makes it 8 with 45 seconds to go. Gasol driving, and a hard foul as Gasol goes down hard. Gasol went up. He went to block the shot, obviously to foul him. And let's see what the call is going to be from Sean Corbin. Gasol just got up. And he didn't look to start anything. Ron Garrettson keeping Ron Artest away. So let's see what the call is. Corbin shouting at Steve Javie. It's Artest. It's a hard foul. There's no question a hard foul, but the officials are going to review it. Call it a flagrant 2. So he's ejected.
They're not going to keep it a flagrant 2.
Well, Steve, that's the initial call on the court. Now they'll review it.
That isn't even a flagrant foul, let alone a flagrant 2.
Well, that's just a good hard foul. Now he landed because he's a 7-footer who's up in the air.
That's not a flagrant foul, though.
He lands awkwardly.
It doesn't matter.
Ron Artest calmly talking to Steve Javie as they say, yes, it is a flagrant 2.
Do you have to be suspended for the next game on a flagrant 2?
No, it's not a definite. It can be.
See, this is where I have a problem with this. Now, the NBA officials are being told to call it like this, but this constant stream of ejections, suspensions, if you want to find that after the game and after review, that's one thing. But to throw a guy out, I couldn't disagree more.
Well, Artest just calmly walked off. In fact, Steve Javie made the call. He had a calm word for him as he went off the floor. Rick Allen obviously upset. And the NBA will look at it, but it's doubtful that just by that they're going to have any kind of action for Game 4.
When a guy goes up to shoot a layup, what are you supposed to do in this league today?
And Wafer with a quick foul. 43.3 seconds remaining. 10-point game. It's clear that the NBA is, if they're erring on the side of caution, they're making sure that nothing happens. So that looked like just a hard foul.
Well, I know there's a bunch of old school guys saying, what is this league turned into? Because the bottom line, you're playing for an opportunity to advance. You're playing for all the marbles. there's going to be some physical play night in and night out for teams that really care about winning.
See, to me, the Fisher foul is totally different than that foul. Fisher foul, flagrant 2, couldn't agree more. That does not equate to what Fisher did, which was, to me, premeditated, where he lined Scola up.
Meanwhile, Whiteford throws it away. Lowry fouls Bryant. And the Lakers have their victory here in Game 3. This is the foul from Game 2 with Fisher. There's no question that Fisher earned a 1-game suspension for that foul on Scola. Again, no question a hard foul.
I even question how hard he got hit. I think he landed harder than he was hit.
Right. It looked worse because of the way this all went down. A 7-footer going up in the air.
You know, if I'm Derek Fisher in the hotel room, I'm Twittering right now saying, you know, Coach and Mark, those guys are right. I mean, I understand that I'm here being suspended, and rightfully so. He made a tough play, probably tried to send a message to his team. Mission accomplished. Now they find themselves up 2-1.
Kobe Bryant now at 33 points. Shot blocked by Farmar. Scola picks it up.
And you're right about Fisher. A great man who made a poor decision in that one play.
Farmar the rebound, Scola the foul. And Jordan Farmar will go to the free throw line. Finish up. A very impressive game for him. Starting in place of the suspended Derek Fisher. All right, you look ahead now to Sunday for Game 4. What is the key adjustment for the Rockets on Sunday?
For me, the MVP could be the trainer. You have to make sure that Yao Ming is able to play and play efficiently come Sunday.
And it's not the set you want to see.
And I've seen that sight too many times, and it's unfortunate because the history of Yao Ming and his lower leg, it's just an unbelievable amount of stress because of his enormous size that he puts on his joints.
Wafer brings it up. That won't go. Hold on the rebound, and that'll do it. Lakers take a 2-1 lead and regain the home court advantage with an impressive 14-point win here in Houston. 33 more points for Kobe Bryant. That after the 40-point effort, but that is the key sight and the key story for the Houston Rockets. Yao Ming limping off the floor. How serious it is, and will he be ready for Game 4 on Sunday? All right, now let's check in with Lisa Salters and Kobe.
Thanks, Mike. Kobe, they were kind of hanging around. What was the difference down the stretch?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, aside from, you know, when they started really making desperation plays and we weren't able to get our hands on the ball and get stops, I felt like, you know, the start of the quarter we did a really good job. Third quarter did a good job getting stops, and that was enough to sustain us.
Now, for you in the second half, I mean, you struggled for you in the second half. What were you able to do to kind of make up for it?
Well, you know, I just missed a lot of easy shots. You know, I had some shots at the rim. It just didn't go down for me tonight. But, you know, I made a couple ones there we really needed to, and that three, I had to pull the string on that one. It just went in for me, so it's good.
Jordan Farmar, he was in for suspended Derek Fisher. What does this do for his confidence a game like tonight?
Well, Jordan's confident anyway, you know, and he works really hard to back that up. And so, you know, we knew when he had the opportunity to step in and perform, he was going to perform. But we can't wait to get Lil Rock back.
All right, and lastly, I got to ask you about Ron Artest being ejected for the second time. Just what did you think of that foul? Because the guys are kind of debating over there whether they thought...
I don't think that was a flagrant. You know, it may be a flagrant one. You know, and that rule is so all over the place. It's really tough to gauge. I felt like it was a good, hard foul. You know, and I'm an 80s baby, so that should have just been 2 shots and, you know, just be done with it.
All right, thanks, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Mike.
All right, Lisa, the 80s baby had 33, but a couple of other key numbers for L.A. They didn't turn it over in the fourth quarter in only 6 turnovers, higher game. And their three-point shooting was terrific. 11 of 20 from downtown. So now the Lakers lead it 2-1, just like Orlando after their victory in the first game of our doubleheader tonight. Cleveland and Denver, they'll both play tomorrow night, up 2-0 in their series. So after losing Game 1, Lakers with 2 impressive performances bouncing back. And they get the victory tonight here in Houston. For a recap of tonight's game, go to ESPN News or stay tuned to ESPN for SportsCenter. Game 4 coming up Sunday afternoon. Will be on ABC. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, and our entire ESPN crew, this is Mike Green saying so long from Houston. ESPN Sports Center coming up next.